An Inspector Calls, Responsibility by Rakim Sharif, Farhan Haq, Aurangzeb Tariq, and Rayhan Aleem.
Arthur Burling. As you can see from this picture, Arthur Burling is physically a big man. This links to him being wealthy and of a high caste. This links to the way that he carries his weight through his conversation, in the way that he shows power and superiority. Burling at first does not take any responsibility, but as the play progresses on, he begins to accept some responsibility. A quote from him is that it happened more than 18 months ago, nearly 2 years. Obviously it has nothing whatever to do with the wretched girl's suicide. Another quote is, "I'd give thousands, Inspector, thousands." At the beginning, Arthur Burling feels he has no responsibility over the death of Eva Smith, and afterwards he feels he has some responsibility. But when he finds out that Inspector isn't real, he forgets all of his responsibility. This is because he only cares about what other people think of him, so when he realizes that he won't be accused for the suicide, he changes back to not taking responsibility.
Sybil Burling. Sybil is a wife of Arthur. She is of higher status than Arthur. She is a cold-hearted woman, judging from the fact that she feels no sympathy for Eva's death. She feels that Eva herself is one to blame for her death. She is part of the committee of the Women's Association, in which women in distress can appeal for help. A quote from her: "I'm sorry she should have come to such an horrible end, but I accept no blame for it all." Just as her husband, she feels she has no responsibility over the death of Eva Smith, and blames it all on the husband until she finds out it is her son.
Sheila Burling. She's the daughter of Arthur and Sybil Burling. She feels responsible for the death of Eva Smith. She feels as if there is a lesson to be taught from the experience of Eva's death. She was jealous of Eva looking prettier than her, and therefore she had purposely got her sacked. A quote by Sheila: "Yes, that's it, and I know I'm to blame, and I'm desperately sorry, but I won't believe, it's simply my fault that in the end she committed suicide. That would be too horrible an end." At the beginning, Sheila is like any other rich girl, not caring about anything in the world. Afterwards, she feels responsible for the death of Eva and feels her parents should learn from this experience, and does not care whether the inspector is real or not.
Eric Burling, the son of Arthur and Sybil Burling. He has two sides to him, a sociable side and a side that is shy and reserved. He feels he is partially responsible of the death of Eva Smith, just like his sister. A quote from him is, "Then, you killed her. She came to you to protect me, and you turned her away. Yes, and you killed her. And the child she'd have too. My child, your own grandchild, you killed them both. Damn you, damn you. And I say the girl's dead, and we all helped to kill her. And that's what matters." Eric feels that his mother is the main person who is to blame for the death of Eva. However, he also takes some of the blame.
Gerald Croft. Gerald Croft is engaged to Sheila Burling. His family is very rich, and this puts his family at a higher social status than the Burling family. He is very sociable and has his way with the ladies. He's liked by Mr. Burling because he thinks that the family companies could join together as a result of the engagement. Gerald is known as looking after Eva, or Daisy Renton, and only providing her with a lovely life for a few months. However, he leaves her when he feels like it. A quote from him is that, "I'm sorry, Sheila, but it was all over and done with last summer. I hadn't set eyes on the girl for at least 6 months. I don't come into this suicide business." Gerald believes that it is all a hoax and believes he did nothing wrong to cause the suicide of Eva Smith, and does not accept any responsibility whatsoever throughout the whole play.
How to answer the question. Inspector calls J.B. Priestley. We do not live alone. We are members of one body. How does this play highlight the theme of responsibility? Step 1. Firstly, before answering the question, you need a plan. Your plan should include the time era, the roles and responsibilities of each character, and make sure your plan is chronologically laid out. In your plan, you should include the theme of responsibility between the younger generation, Sheila and Eric, the theme of responsibility between the older generation, Mr. Burling, Mrs. Burling and Gerald, and whether the inspector being real or not affects the characters.
Step 2. Answer the question by first starting with the younger generation. You should include information about both Sheila and Eric, explain how the characters react to being accused by the inspector, and how they approach their responsibility with it.
Step 3. In the next section, start by including information about Mr. and Mrs. Burling and Gerald. Explain how the characters' views are about responsibility and link it to their character.
For the final section, explain the contrast between the younger and older generation of characters and how their opinions are different with responsibility. Before the inspector leaves and after he leaves, and they realize he isn't real.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching our presentation.